quiet, numbskulls. I'm broadcasting.
Y'all asked for more stories of my time working in radio overseas. So here's another one. When I took the job in Moscow, I knew three things. I knew radio, I knew music, and I knew exactly 0 words of Russian. My new colleagues had been there for years. 2 Americans, one of whom had actually studied theater at Moscow State University, which is a sentence I never expected to say out loud. Fluent Russian, both of them. The others were former Russian expatriates, Russians who had spent a significant amount of time in the United States. So, obviously spoke Russian, their native language. I was the only person in this operation who could not read a street sign, order a meal, or ask where the bathroom was without gesturing and hoping for the best. So, about a week in getting ready to launch the station, they called me. Hey, come meet us for drinks. We're at this bar next to the Kitagorod metro station. Great idea. A little team bonding. Plus, I love drinks. Very pro drinks. One problem. I said, I don't know how to get there. I don't speak Russian. I can't read Cyrillic. Moscow is enormous. If I get lost, I am simply gone. They'll probably find me during the spring fall. They said, no, don't worry. If you get lost, just call us. I let that sit for a second. I said, if I get lost and I need to tell you where I am, how exactly am I going to describe my location to you when I cannot read a single sign in this city, in any direction? Like, what am I going to tell you? I'm at the intersection of I don't know and I can't read this? Silence on the other end. These were smart people, fluent in multiple languages. One was theater trained. And it took them a full 10 seconds to realize they had just told a man who was effectively illiterate in Moscow to call them if he needed any help finding his way. I did not go meet my colleagues that night. Instead, I went downstairs to the bar on the first floor of my apartment building. Walked up to the bartender, pointed at the beer tap, and raised one finger. Turns out you don't need Russian for that. Some things are just universal.